Patrick Reed's cheating footage has come out. His performance has really dropped recently. Another cheating scandal involving Patrick Reed. Will these scandals ever end? Will Patrick Reed ever be able to redeem himself?
Reed, who some like to call a serial cheater, has been in the game of acting dishonestly.
United States, Webb Simpson and Patrick Reed.
Patrick Reed will be remembered not for his golf skills, but for his cheating scandals, which turned his fans into haters. During the 2019 Hero World Challenge, Reed was under scrutiny for moving sand behind his ball while leading the competition. The cameras captured him doing this twice from a sand area. When asked about the incident, Reed stated that he hadn't realized he was moving the sand. He explained that his perspective from the ground was different from the camera's angle, so he didn't notice the sand shifting behind his ball. However, tournament officials didn't believe his explanation and penalized him by 2 strokes. The players, fans, and commentators quickly became very upset about the incident. Many people thought that he meant to do it, and they gave him harsh criticism. Reed's first response made things worse, and some people thought he wasn't taking responsibility for what had happened. Things got even worse in January 2021 during the 3rd round of the Farmers Insurance Open. Reed found himself at the center of another controversy involving the rules of golf. While playing the 10th hole, his ball landed in the rough, and he said it was embedded, which meant he could take free relief. Reed then marked the spot and picked up the ball to check the lie, while waiting for a rules official to confirm his claim. Since neither Reed, his playing partners, nor the nearby volunteers had seen the ball bounce when it initially landed, it seemed reasonable to assume that the ball had embedded itself in the ground. When the rules official arrived, they inspected the area and confirmed that Reed was entitled to take relief, as the lie suggested the ball was embedded. Reed then took the drop and continued his round. However, video footage later surfaced, showing that the ball had bounced once before coming to rest in the rough. This raised questions about whether it could truly have been embedded, as a ball that bounces first usually doesn't embed deeply enough to get relief. There was some debate among fans, commentators, and other players over Reed's actions. Some felt that he may have picked up the ball too quickly, without thoroughly checking the situation. Despite video evidence, tour officials reviewed the incident and concluded that Reed had followed the correct procedures, according to the rules of golf. They stood by the decision made on the course, stating that Reed did what was expected of him based on the information available at the time. His controversies became a never-ending list, and a defamation case kicked in to make things even worse. In August 2022, Reed found himself in the middle of a legal battle when a defamation lawsuit was filed on his behalf. The lawsuit accused golf commentator Brandel Chambly and his employer, Golf Channel, of working together with the PGA Tour to harm Reed's reputation. According to the lawsuit, Chambly and Golf Channel had allegedly misreported facts about Reed, either by leaving out key details or by altering information, all with the intent to make him look bad. Reed claimed that this had led to significant damage to his reputation and caused him to suffer abuse from fans and others in the golf community. The lawsuit, originally filed in Texas, was refiled in Jacksonville, Florida, in September 2022. The new filing included additional defendants, such as Golf Week and several other golf writers who were accused of similar actions. Reed's legal team aimed to strengthen their claims against those they believed were trying to damage his public image by expanding the case. Reed's case didn't go as planned. In September 2023, the federal court dismissed the lawsuit, stating that Reed had not provided any actionable defamation claims. The court found that the evidence presented by Reed wasn't sufficient to prove that the defendants had defamed him in a way that broke the law. Then in January 2024, the court took it a step further, concluding that Reed's lawsuit appeared to be more of an attempt to silence criticism and stifle free speech rather than a legitimate legal claim. Consequently, the court ordered Reed to pay the legal fees and costs of the defendants, adding a financial blow to the already dismissed case. In January 2023, during the Hero Dubai Desert Classic, Reed was involved in another controversy. It happened on the 17th hole at the Emirates Golf Club. He hit his tee shot, but it got stuck in a palm tree. Reed insisted that he could identify his ball and confidently told officials that the ball in the tree was his, which allowed him to take a drop under the rules. However, when the TV replays were checked, it seemed like there was a different story to tell. The footage suggested that Reed's ball might have actually ended up in a different tree altogether, making people doubt whether the ball he pointed out was really his. Critics quickly jumped on this, asking whether Reed had mistaken his ball or had made his claim too quickly without thoroughly checking the evidence. In response to the criticism, Reed brushed off the whole incident, calling it a non-issue. He stood by his decision and insisted that he was 100% sure the ball he identified was his, regardless of what the TV replays showed. Reed's dismissal of the controversy only fueled further debate among fans and commentators. Many of them felt that, once again, Reed was skirting the line of golf's strict integrity rules. This isn't it for his controversies, which go way beyond cheating scandals. His relationship with other players wasn't a great one either. In September 2018, Reed qualified for the U.S. team in the Ryder Cup held at Le Golf National, just outside Paris, France. Unfortunately, the U.S. team was defeated by Europe, losing 17 1-2 points to 10 1-2 points in a tough match. Reed had a mixed performance, finishing with a record of 1-2-0. He lost both of his four-ball matches while paired with Tiger Woods, but managed to win his singles match against Tyrrell Hatton. After the event, Reed found himself surrounded by controversy due to comments he made to Karen Krause of the New York Times. In an article published late on Sunday, September 30th, 2018, Reed openly questioned the decisions made by U.S. Captain Jim Furyk and teammate Jordan Spieth, particularly regarding the breakup of his successful Ryder Cup pairing with Spieth. Reed didn't hold back, suggesting that the problem wasn't on his end. He said, "The issue's obviously with Jordan not wanting to play with me. I don't have any issue with Jordan." He made it clear that, for him, it didn't matter if he got along with his partner, as long as it worked on the course and helped the team. Reed criticized how the pairing decisions were made, describing it as a buddy system where only a few players had a real say. He expressed that he had lobbied Furyk to keep the Reed-Spieth pairing intact, as playing with Spieth was his first choice. Reed was caught off guard when he found out Spieth would instead be paired with Justin Thomas. Reed also mentioned that Tiger Woods was his second choice for a partner, but their pairing didn't go as planned. After their loss to the European team of Tommy Fleetwood and Francesco Molinari, Woods even apologized to Reed, saying he felt he had let him down. Reed, however, tried to stay positive, responding, "We win together as a team, and we lose together as a team." Reed didn't hold back with his critiques, pointing out the message displayed in the team room, which read, "Leave your egos at the door." He contrasted the approach of the U.S. team with that of the Europeans, noting that they handled it better than their team. Reed's candid remarks caused concern, with many worried that his public criticism of his teammates and captain could affect his future opportunities to play on Ryder Cup and President's Cup teams. Although his career was filled with controversies, we cannot deny that he is a skilled player who knows his way around. In 2011, Reed turned professional at the age of 20, right after the NCAA Championship. That year, he participated in his first PGA Tour event at the FedEx St. Jude Classic, but missed the cut. Reed also took part in 2 more PGA Tour events, earning a little over $20,000. Additionally, he played in 2 events on the nationwide tour, earning around $5,000. In 2012, Reed managed to enter 12 PGA Tour events, primarily through sponsor exemptions and Monday qualifiers. He made the cut 7 times and earned over $300,000. His best finish that year was a tie for 11th at the Fries.com Open. He wrapped up the year by securing his PGA Tour card for 2013 after finishing tied for 22nd at the PGA Tour qualifying tournament. Reed's first significant breakthrough came in 2013 when he finished in the top 10 at the AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am. Later that year, on August 18th, he won his first PGA Tour event at the Wyndham Championship, defeating Jordan Spieth in a playoff. This win marked his 3rd straight top 10 finish. In 2014, Reed began the year with an outstanding performance at the Humana Challenge. He set a new PGA Tour record by shooting 3 rounds of 63, achieving the most strokes under par after 54 holes at 27 under. This remarkable feat made him the first player in PGA Tour history to start a tournament with 3 rounds of 63 or better. He then clinched the victory at the tournament, finishing 2 strokes ahead of Ryan Palmer. On March 9, 2014, Reed claimed a significant victory at the WGC Cadillac Championship at Trump National Doral in Miami, winning $153 million. He edged out Bubba Watson and Jamie Donaldson by 1 shot. This win made Reed the youngest winner of a World Golf Championship event and propelled him into the top 20 of the official World Golf ranking. He also became just the 5th golfer since 1990 to earn 3 PGA Tour wins before turning 24, joining the ranks of Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Rory McIlroy, and Sergio Garcia. Notably, Reed was the first to achieve 3 wins before even playing in his first major, the 2014 Masters. Later in 2014, Reed continued to display his skills with a strong 5th-place finish at the Volvo World Match Play Championship, further solidifying his position as a rising star in golf. On January 12, 2015, Reed claimed his 4th PGA Tour title at the Hyundai Tournament of Champions, defeating Jimmy Walker in a sudden death playoff. This win put Reed in elite company, making him just the 4th player in the last 2 decades to win 4 times on the PGA Tour before turning 25, joining the ranks of Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and Sergio Garcia. The victory boosted his ranking to a career best 14th in the official World Golf ranking. Throughout the year, Reed had strong performances, finishing 2nd at the Valspar Championship, 3rd at the Hero World Challenge, and 7th at the Honda Classic. In addition, he joined the European Tour for the 2015 season, increasing his presence on the global golf stage. On August 28, 2016, Reed won his 5th PGA Tour victory by clinching the Barclays, the first FedEx Cup playoff event held at Bethpage Black. Going into the final round just 1 stroke behind leader Ricky Fowler, he shot a steady 1 under par to secure a 1-shot win over Emiliano Grillo and Sean O'Hare. This win propelled Reed to the top of the FedEx Cup standings and guaranteed his spot on the Ryder Cup team. Reed continued his strong FedEx Cup run with a top 10 finish at the Deutsche Bank Championship, further extending his points lead. He eventually finished 3rd in the overall FedEx Cup standings, behind Dustin Johnson and champion Rory McIlroy. In 2018, Reed had an awesome performance at the Masters tournament. He was ahead by 2 strokes after the first 2 rounds, and then had a great 3rd round showing with 2 eagles on the back 9. Going into the final day with a 3-stroke lead over Rory McIlroy, Reed managed to hold off challenges from Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler to secure his first major victory. He won the green jacket with a final round of 71, finishing 15 under for the tournament. This win moved him up to 11th in the world rankings and earned him nearly $2 million in prize money, cementing his status as one of the top players in the game. In August 2019, Reed claimed another significant victory by winning the Northern Trust at Liberty National Golf Club near New York City. This win marked the beginning of the 2019 FedEx Cup playoffs and added to his remarkable record. A few months later, in February 2020, Reed secured his 2nd World Golf Championship title at the WGC Mexico Championship held at Club de Golf Chapultepec. He finished strong with a 4 under 67 in the final round, narrowly defeating Bryson DeChambeau by 1 shot. In early 2021, Reed continued his winning streak by securing a commanding 5-stroke victory at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines in La Jolla, California, with a final round score of 4 under 68. In August 2021, Reed was hospitalized with bilateral pneumonia, causing him to miss the first 2 events of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Despite his illness, he returned to play at the Tour Championship in early September, with the hope of proving his fitness and earning a captain's pick for the Ryder Cup. Unfortunately, he finished 25th in the tournament and was not selected for the 12-man USA team, even though he was 11th in the world ranks. In June 2022, Reed made headlines again by joining Live Golf, a new golf league, marking a major shift in his career. Shortly after, on June 29th, it was confirmed that Reed had resigned from the PGA Tour, officially moving on to the next chapter in his professional golf journey. Reed's story demonstrates that controversies can follow even the most talented players. It reminds us that we are all human and prone to making mistakes. What's truly important is how we respond to these moments by learning from them and striving to become better versions of ourselves. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos and support our channel. What's your opinion on Patrick Reed's cheating moments? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.